The night my father raised his champagne flute and declared, "To your new truck, buddy, well earned." The whole family erupted in cheers. My younger brother Jake stood there, stunned, as Dad tossed him the keys to a gleaming pickup that cost more than my annual salary. Everyone rushed outside to admire it under the porch lights. Then Dad pulled me aside in the hallway, his voice dropping low. "Emily, rent starts now, $1,200 by Friday. No toast for me, just an invoice." In that instant, decades of unspoken hierarchy crystallized, and something deep inside me quietly snapped. Emily. On the surface, I'm the daughter parents dream of boasting about. I'm a counselor at a nonprofit, spending my days helping families navigate crises, teaching them how to communicate when everything feels broken. Ironically, I honed those skills in my own childhood home, a picture-perfect suburban house with fresh paint, framed vacation photos, and mandatory Friday night dinners. Dad built a successful construction company through sheer grit and long hours. Mom was an elementary school teacher who came home with glue sticks in her hair and a firm belief that harmony meant never addressing the tension simmering beneath. Then there was Jake, charismatic, quick to smile, the kid who could charm his way out of anything. We grew up in the same rooms, but under entirely different standards. His mistakes drew concern and extra support. My achievements got a nod, and that's what we expected. No one ever said outright, "You're the strong one, so you get less." They didn't need to. It showed in the way my college acceptance letters were glanced at while his high school struggles dominated family meetings. I became the fixer, the one who handled logistics, paid for extras, and kept the peace without fanfare. After graduating, I moved back home temporarily to save for grad school and build my resume. I contributed freely: groceries, utility overages, car repairs. Mom called it pitching in like a grown-up. Dad said I was independent, as if that justified never investing in me the same way. I convinced myself it was fine. Love isn't always equal, right? If I just kept proving my reliability, eventually they'd see me. That illusion shattered the summer Jake finished trade school. The house hummed with excitement. Party planning, secret garage meetings, evasive answers when I offered to help. Graduation day was sweltering. I ironed Jake's shirt, drove him to the ceremony, cheered loudly when he walked the stage. Dad beamed like it was his own triumph, far more animated than he'd been at either of my graduations. The celebration barbecue was packed. Laughter, music, overflowing plates. Dad gave a speech about grit and reward, then unveiled the truck parked out back. Jake's jaw dropped. The crowd went wild. I applauded, throat tight, forcing a grin. Later, as guests fawned over the chrome, Dad cornered me. Rent demand delivered like a utility bill. The contrast hit like ice water. Clarity, not rage, flooded in. This wasn't oversight. It was deliberate. That night, I couldn't sleep. By dawn, I'd booked a small apartment across town. While they slept off the party, I packed essentials: clothes, books, laptop. On the kitchen counter, I left a short note. "I'm moving out to stand fully on my own. I'll reach out when I'm ready. Please respect that." Then I drove away, heart pounding but steady. The backlash built slowly. Confused texts from Jake. Frantic calls from Mom begging me to talk it out. Dad's single voicemail: "This is childish. Come home." I stayed with a coworker for the first month, ignoring the noise. Boundaries felt foreign but liberating. Jake broke first. He called admitting the house felt chaotic without me managing the invisible load. Bills, schedules, emotional labor. Mom's messages shifted from guilt to genuine apologies. Then Dad showed up at my new place, uninvited, looking smaller than I remembered. "You humiliated us," he started. I cut in calmly. "You charged me rent the same night you gifted him a truck. That humiliated me." He bristled. He needed a boost. "You've always managed fine." There it was, the raw truth. So capability means I deserve less? Silence. He muttered something about not comparing, but the damage was spoken. I ended the visit politely. "I needed to hear you say it. Now I know." He left stunned. Over months, the family adapted painfully. Jake learned responsibility the hard way. Mom confronted her enabling. Dad's authority crumbled without my compliance to prop it up. They reached out tentatively, no grand apologies, but changed behavior.
Me? I thrived.
My own space, my own rules. Promotions at work. Real friendships without obligation. I rebuilt my worth from the ground up. Walking away wasn't revenge. It was reclamation. And in the end, the real unraveling wasn't mine. It was the unfair system I finally refused to uphold.